皆さんこんばんは。本日は中日欧州連合代表部主催の欧州留学フェア2020ウェビナーシリーズハンブルク大学の説明会にご参加くださいましてありがとうございます。私はハンブルク大学国際科に勤めております小川と申します。今日は同じ部署より同僚のヘムカーとカンプマン2人が参加しております。今日は45分間の説明会ということで、最初まず30分ほどヘムカーより英語でプレゼンテーションをお送りいたします。その後質疑応答に移りたいと思います。質問のある方は画面下の Q&A 機能から質問を随時投稿してください。質問は英語、ドイツ語、日本語で受け付けたいと思います。Would you like to introduce yourself, Gero, Ricky?
Ricky, please.
Okay. Hi, my name is Ricky Mary Kampmann. I'm a coordinator of the Central Exchange Student Program at Universität Hamburg, and I'm looking after students from our partner universities all over the world, as well as Japan. I'd be happy to answer some of your questions during the Q&A, so please feel free to ask away.
ハンブルク大学国際科ヘモカゲオと申します。日本の大学とハンブルク大学の協力を担当しています。よろしくお願いします。As this presentation is announced in English, I will make a presentation in English, but as Naoko said, please feel free to ask your questions also in Japanese. So welcome to this webinar, and thank you for your interest in Universität Hamburg. So maybe you have already heard the name. The city of Hamburg is in northern Germany. It's Germany's second largest city with a population of around 1.8 million people, and Europe's third largest port. It's called the gateway to the world for Germany because of all the goods coming by ship to Hamburg and then by train to the whole country. And it has the most bridges in Europe. There are a lot of cities that would claim this, but it's true. They are not always the most beautiful bridges, but we have more bridges than Amsterdam or Venice. So, I will start with the university, and at the end of the presentation, there will be some information, of course, about the city and how you can spend your free time and what is nice about living in Hamburg. But our university is now 101 years old. We had a big celebration year last year. It is a university which is dedicated to a sustainable future, which is sustainability in learning, in teaching, in administrating, being aware of how much paper you use and how much traveling is being done, and so on and so on. This is a very, very important part of administration and also in the courses and programs. It's a very international university with from the 42,000 students that we have, so which is about fifth biggest university in Germany in terms of number of students, and 5,000 of them are foreign students from over 130 nationalities. We feature 170 or more than 170 degree programs in 8 faculties. And of course, as in most German universities or public universities, it is tuition free. You have to pay administration fees, very low administration fees, but no tuition, which is, yeah, sometimes we get the question, how is it possible? You say you have good quality of teaching and research, but it doesn't cost anything. How is it possible? Well, this is a choice. In Germany, education and research is very important, so it is publicly funded. So of course it costs something, but we pay it with our taxes. So the University of Hamburg is one of 11 universities of excellence in Germany, which receive federal funding. So as you know, Germany is a federation, and most universities would get their money from the local state government, and 11 universities in Germany receive also federal funding. So University of Hamburg is one of those. And we have, it's a very, 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 research is very important. It's a research-oriented university, and also as Hamburg is not only a city, but also one of the local states in Germany. The University of Hamburg is the biggest university of this state. So it is called a flagship university. We are working with a large number of research institutes, and there's a big research landscape in and around Hamburg. So some people interested in research and in doctoral studies, for example, may have heard one or the other research institute, the name of one of the research institutes already, like DESI or CSSB and the Max Planck Institutes, for example. So University of Hamburg has 8 faculties, and this is a comprehensive university. So every aspect is covered, with the exception of engineering, you might see, and architecture. The reason is, I already explained that Hamburg is a state of Germany, and this state has several universities, and there's a technical university, and there's only engineering. So Hamburg doesn't pay twice for the same set of disciplines. And architecture is also another university, the Hamburg Harbor City University. Hafen City University, yes. But otherwise, you have all disciplines covered. And also, if you are coming to Hamburg and studying at the University of Hamburg, and there's a lot of cooperation with the technical university, for example. So same teachers in many courses. So there's also the possibility to get in touch with engineering, for example. University of Hamburg is also offering English language programs, but this is something that we still are working on having more. Okay, there are the first questions. But for the time being, we have 40 English language master programs. We will give you the list afterwards, or the link to the list on our website afterwards. On the other hand, there's still very few, there's no whole program on bachelor level, as far as I know. But we, of course, we do our best to improve the situation and to get more of English taught courses also on bachelor level. This is improving every year. We are doing really our best to have more credit points in on bachelor level in English. So we have some examples of English master programs. For example, Buddhist studies, which is one. This is very rare in Germany, and the Africa Asian Institute in Hamburg, with a Japanese department, Tibetan department, for example, is very old. It's around 100 years old. Was one of the first Japanese departments in Germany. So we have Buddhist studies, economics, Indology, Tibetology, industrial mathematics, international business, and sustainability. But these are only a few examples of programs. We consider ourselves as an international university, which I will show afterwards as well. We have degree programs with partners, especially structured and joint or even trilateral PhD programs. with Macquarie University in Australia, Fudan, National Taiwan University in Taipei, Stellenbosch, among others. We have double degree or dual degree options on master level. One with a Japanese university, Kyoto University, which is one of our most important partners in Japan. European master, journalism, polar and marine sciences with Russia. So some basic information for exchange students, but also for students wishing to come to Germany, because in Germany, as you might know, our semester dates, as we call it, Gakki, are different. Most of the courses would start in October rather than April, and this is the first semester, and the second semester would be from April to September, which we call the October to March is winter semester, and April to September is a summer semester. Well, exchange is of course possible for 1 to 2 semesters. As I said, no tuition. The reduced semester fee for exchange students is 278 euros. And this includes a transportation pass. So this is around, I would say, 45,000 yen for 6 months. For the undergraduates, you need the B1 level in the European framework of languages. And all faculties are open for exchange students. Maybe some restrictions may apply, yeah, we can get to those questions afterwards. So we are really welcoming international students, very important, and it also fits to the city of Hamburg, which is very international. So we feature a welcome week, of course. We have a special team, it's called Piasta, which is working with students from abroad, and there are tutors, they're working with you, they're giving seminars, cultural events, cooking events, and we are even able, language cafes, as you can see, and we are even able to do it for the time being online. So language cafes are still being done now online, but we hope to get back to a rather familiar situation very soon, as we all do. Yeah, German language courses are offered and free of charge. And of course, you get all the information you need on visa and health insurance, also support on finding accommodation. Our study abroad team and incoming team is there for you for all the questions. And you get, of course, support with course selection, registration, transcript of records. For those of you who are interested in doctoral studies in Germany and Hamburg, we have the Hamburg Research Academy, which is an overarching institution working with all universities in Hamburg. And so you have a lot of support, a lot of information, also help with finding internships, for example, maybe prepare yourself to enter the working force, and so on and so on. So a lot of information that you get and support. And you of course you meet other doctoral students. You won't be alone. So yeah, University of Hamburg is a global university. We have a system of so-called strategic and key research partner universities, which is a very small number of very intensive partnerships. We have 17 of those all around the world. 270 plus formalized faculty level cooperation agreements. We have a Hamburg International Summer School every year, which was, this year it was cancelled due to the Corona situation. But next year there will either be an online version or it will happen again. And these are 4 weeks courses in different areas of research, and people from all over the world are participating. We have 60 central study abroad spots, so 60 universities on university-wide level. And in Japan, we have 5 partner universities on university-wide level, so Kyodai, Tsukuba, Sodai, Osaka Shidai, and Saitama Daigaku, and 19 universities on faculty level. So if one of your universities, if you want to ask if one of your universities is part of this exchange program, so yeah, we can check this, and that makes things a little bit quicker for your stay. So after all, why choose Hamburg? It's a big city, so, and very green. 14% of the surface of Hamburg is green, so it's called Europe's greenest city, and you can feel it everywhere you are in Hamburg. It's a bustling big city, but still you have a lot of green, a lot of water, right? As I said, 2,500 bridges, more bridges than Amsterdam or Venice. It's a harbor city, so you have water, you have ships, and you have, because of the harbor, you have a very international environment. 90 consulates are based in Hamburg. Parts of the city are also a UNESCO World Heritage, and 180 different nationalities are living here. So this is truly an international environment. Research environment as well, as I told before, we have 3 Max Planck Institutes. The Max Planck Institutes are very famous institutes for fundamental research in Germany, and very well known around the world. We have partners all over the world on every continent. And last but not least, there are city beaches. So there's a lot of nature and things to do while you're not studying or doing your research. Yes, so Naoko-san.
はい、ありがとうございます。以上がハンブルグ大学の概要となります。私もですね、10年ほど前にハンブルク大学に留学しておりました。それでちょっと、10年ほど前にはなるんですが、当時の個人的な経験からハンブルク大学で学んで特に良かったなと思う点を2つほどお伝えしたいと思います。1点目はですね、やはり大学が提供している留学生のサポート体制です。私は2007年から9年まで経済社会科学部のマスター・オブ・ヨーロピアン・スタディーズという修士のプログラムに在籍しておりました。でこのプログラムは残念ながら現在はもうないんですが、当時英語とドイツ語で行われておりまして、私は当時ほとんどの授業を英語で、取りまして、修士論文も英語で書きました。で留学するとですね、やはり言葉の問題ですとか文化の違いから大変だなと思うこともあるんですけども、それに対して大学側ではやはり留学生向けのドイツ語クラスですとか、先ほどプレゼンテーションにありましたタンデム制度などを提供しております。で私も入学後にですね、大学でドイツ語のクラスを取って基礎的なドイツ語は勉強しました。でまたタンデム制度を使って日本語を学びたいドイツ人の学生とペアになって週1回ぐらい会ってですね、お互いの語学学習をサポートし合うというようなこともやっておりました。 あとはプレゼンテーションでもあったんですが、大学のピアスタという部署がですね、異文化交流のイベントを定期的に開催していまして、また大学の方で例えばカルチャーショックですか、異文化交流、異文化対応に対するですね、関するセミナーなんかも行っております。留学したとき、私はこういった大学側のいろんなサポートに大変助けてもらったんですが、今は10年前と比べると、そういった制度もより充実していますので、新しくこちらに来た留学生の方にも満足していただけるんではないかなと思います。で、2つ目はですね、2つ目の良かった点は、ハンブルグという都市にも関係があるんですが、ハンブルグはやはりドイツ第2の都市ということで、あと、港町ということもあって、企業や研究所が多く集まっています。ですので、在学中にインターンシップをしたいなと思っている方や、卒業後にですね、留学後にドイツで就職したいなという方は、ハンブルグ内でインターン先ですとか、就職先を探すことができる。もちろん分野によるとは思うんですが、そういった可能性もあるので、その点がハンブルグという比較的大きな都市で勉強する魅力かなと思います。はい、ではQ&A に移りたいと思います。
I would just like to show a last short video. I think we have time. It's only 2 minutes to give you a short impression of what is Hamburg and the university is like. And afterwards, we will, of course, go to the Q&A section. So yeah, just 2 minutes if it's okay. So that's it. Thank you. Well, so this is the end of the presentation. And now we are going to answer the questions. And of course, I will keep this open for a while. You can note these addresses and of course write us also after this session. But now we are going to answer the questions. Ricky,
yeah.
Do you want to? Yes.
I can start off. There was the question, is there a Studienkolleg? I don't have a qualification to enter university in Japan. Am I eligible to apply there? I think you are. I've just looked this up. You could go to Studienkolleg Hamburg. The language of instruction would be German though. And applicants with foreign secondary school leaving degrees can basically study there and focus on a specific subject depending upon the program for which you intend to apply. We also have a link on the website of the university page to the Studienkolleg. I'm trying to enter it now, but I can't anymore. No. Yeah, I can't put in. But if you Google Studienkolleg Universität Hamburg, you will come to the website and it explains everything in great detail. So the second question, can Bachelor of Business Finance graduated apply for Master of the Economic Program? I'm afraid I don't really know. Gero or Naoko, do you know anything about this question? I guess it depends.
Yeah, it should be okay. You have to contact the faculty, but it really depends a little bit on the courses you had and from which university you graduated. But normally, there's no reason why that should not work out. But we can give you, if you write to us, we can give you contact of the faculty, and please, this is an individual case.
Can we also get information about internships as international students? Here, I also, I'm not sure if we have some information on the website regarding this. I do know of students that were doing internships as well as studying in Germany. So I think it should be possible. But we can, if you send us an email, we can definitely give you a contact of a person who knows more about this. Does an MBA cost extra tuition? Is your university more research orientated than business practice? No, the MBA would not cost extra tuition. I don't think our university would be more research oriented than business practices. Giro or Naoko, I wouldn't say so. Can you add anything to this?
Yeah, I can add actually. The business administration faculty is definitely research oriented. It's this is a stronghold of the business faculty in Hamburg. So there is no MBA, Master of Business Administration fee program actually. So this is really oriented on research and doctoral candidates. So yeah, this for sure. This is focus of Hamburg Business School, which is our own faculty. The Faculty of Business Administration is called Hamburg Business School.
Yeah. If you need more information, you can always drop us an email and then we can.
Yeah, sure, of course. And
forward you
we have the right contact partners.
Okay. I'm interested in Faculty of Education. Is it possible to be a teacher in Germany after graduation? This is a very specific question. Unfortunately, I don't really know the answer. I think yes, but it obviously depends on a few things. Yeah, I would say yes, it is possible, but I don't know the details, unfortunately. Gero, do you know anything?
Yeah, well, of course it is. It's a state examination, but as a foreigner, you can be a teacher with the right proficiency of German. Sorry. For example, in law, to be a judge, you have to be German. So it's also state examination, but you cannot, as foreigner, you cannot become a judge, as far as I know. But teacher is possible. We have the right. I have the right contact person in mind. So if you have more interest, further interest, please write an email and we will give you more information and the contact person who can give you guidance. Yeah, I know exactly who should be able to help you.
Okay, great. The next question is in Japanese, so unfortunately I can't understand it now.
Yeah.
Would you maybe want to
International.
Yes.
again?
はい、ご質問一ついただいてます。PhD で国際関係政治学の専攻はありますかという質問です。はい、
Yeah.
ハンブルク大学で、はい、国際関係政治学の分野で博士号を取得すること可能です。で、ドイツの大学ですと大まかに2つ方法があって、1つはPhD のプログラムに所属する方法と、あとは個人で就きたい先生を探して、その先生の下で博士論文を仕上げるといった方法があるかなと思うんですが、はい、メールの方をいただければより詳しくご質問いただいた方にあるような先生も探せますし、より詳細な情報をお渡しできるかと思いますので、よろしければメールの方をいただければと思います。
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Next question is also about internships again. Do you think non-European students can find internships during the program? I would like to study master in economics or commerce. However, I'm a bit concerned about career opportunities. I had a bad experience in Australia. For example, many companies required PR and citizenship. Yes, like we said before, I think it's definitely possible to find an internship placement. I can only speak for the exchange student that I was looking after. We had master students that did internships on the side during their studies. If you're interested in doing that and need a bit more guidance or ideas, you can always ask at the international office of the faculty. They would be able to guide you in a certain direction. Yes, if you've got more questions about this, you can also drop me an email. I know who to direct you to, but I think it's definitely possible to do internships while studying in Germany. I know lots of students that have done it in the past. This is not, I think this is a question for you, Naoko. It's not a question related to your university directly, but I would like to hear Ms. Ogawa's experience. Do you think that you should choose university considering how easy the access to an internship is?
Okay, I will answer in Japanese, in my opinion. And ですね、インターンのことに言及したのは、例えばですね、修士のプログラムによっては、卒業するのに一回インターンシップをしないといけないという条件があったりするプログラムもございまして、私が留学してた時もそうだったんですね。で、もちろんそうすると、卒業するためにインターン先を探さないといけないんですけども、ハンブルグでその時良かったなと思ったのは、やはり町が大きいので、やはり企業もたくさんある。で、例えばもしドイツの小さな町に住んでいる場合は、多分インターンするのに1回3ヶ月とか半年引っ越さないといけないと思うんですね。それをすごくいいと思う方もいると思うんですが、私はハンブルグっていう自分がもう1回留学で部屋もあるで知り合いもいるっていった土地でインターンシップ先を探せたのがすごい良かったなと思いました。はい、なのでそれはそれぞれの考え方があるかと思います。Yes.
Okay. I'm just checking if there's a question that I don't know the answer to, and then I can maybe type in some answers. Want to take one? There are some Japanese questions at the end. If you scroll down now, cool. Maybe you could answer those, and then I can answer some questions in writing. At the very bottom, there's 3 questions in Japanese.
Oh yeah.
That I can't read out loud.
Yeah.OK、はい、2つ日本語で質問いただいてまして、まず気候変動についてはどのようなことが学べますか？卒業生の方々はどのような職についていたりするのでしょうか？はい。気候変動、はい。ありがとうございます。 ちょっとですね、具体的に今すぐちょっとお答えするのが難しいので、よろしければ後ほどメールいただければと思います。
Climate change.
はい。はい。
So there's we have one of our research focus areas is climate change. So we have an excellence cluster in climate change, and there are a lot of possibilities to study this from different angles, if I may say. But yeah, the best, it depends on, do you want to study it from the natural sciences point of view or social studies? We have the whole spectrum. So best way would be to contact us afterwards, write us an email, and so we can see where we can guide you to. So if you can no code, just I don't know if the person prefers answer in Japanese.
はい。あとは日本語でですね、インターンシップを探すのにドイツ語はマストですかという質問をいただいてます。分野によるかと思うんですけども、ドイツ語があった方が、ドイツ語ができた方がもちろん可能性は広がると思うんですが、ハンブルグには国際企業もありますので、ドイツ語ができなくて、本当に分野によるんですが、インターン先を探すことも可能ではないかなと私は考えます。はい、あとプレゼンテーション記載のメールはすべて大文字、メールアドレスについてのご質問で、プレゼンテーションに記載されている私どものイメールアドレスすべて大文字なんですが、このまま打っていただいて届きますので、ご質問ある方メールください。はい、あとは1ヶ月の生活費はどのくらいですかという質問があります。大体DAD さんの情報でもドイツでの1ヶ月の生活費は家賃込みで、普通にそんなに贅沢しなければ850ユーロぐらい、10万円ぐらいというぐらいだと思います。
Was that all the questions in Japanese?
I think so. This one question is the same. Is master program in aerospace engineering is the same, right? I think it's the same person.
Okay.
Not as far as I know, actually. Ricky, do you know something about aerospace?
I don't know, unfortunately. You could always look into the course catalog and check for yourselves what courses are on offer, and they would always tell you the language of instruction in the summary. But unfortunately, I don't know off by heart if there's courses. I really don't know. You would need to check the course catalog for that.
Yeah. I would assume that this is something. Well, I know it's the Technical University of Hamburg is offering such studies. Okay. So I would say we don't have it at University of Hamburg. As I said before, some courses are only once featured in the city or in the state of Hamburg.
Yeah. One person was asking, do I need the German proficiency for an English taught course? No, you don't need German proficiency for an English taught course. If it's fully in English, you will only need to provide a certificate for your English skills, basically. But if you, on the other hand, would like to study something that it's fully in German, or if you want to take part in a course that it's taught in German, you will need to provide a German certificate. Student loan. There are no fees, no study fees to pay in Germany. German students can get a student loan. It's called BAföG. I'm not sure if this is eligible for international students, actually. There are possibly scholarships that you could obtain, but I don't know if the student loan in Germany would apply to international students as well. Giro, do you know anything about that? Possibly.
I have no further information.
No. Yeah, you could always check on the website or drop us an email, and then we can try to find out.
There was one question about master program psychology. I'm not sure. In English, is there an English?
I don't think there's a full program in English, but it's always possible that there are certain seminars or lectures taught in English. But if you're looking for a whole program in English, I think psychology does not have that. But you could always check on the website. Unfortunately, I can't put any links in anymore. But yeah, if you just type in Universität Hamburg, international students, and then you will be led to all the degrees that we have on offer, and you will be able to see if it's English, German, or if it's part. You know, sometimes some programs have courses or seminars in English, some in German, so then it's a mixture. So that's also possible.
So yeah, we have only 4 minutes left. Sorry, there's so many questions.
Yeah.
Please, I want to say, please do not hesitate to contact us afterwards as well, so that we can give you your answers to your questions.
There's one question that I could maybe answer because it's, I think, an important one. Is there any influence do you expect for the entrance application next year to the current COVID-19 situation? Obviously, we don't know yet at the moment in what shape the summer term or the winter term next year will take place. I am guessing that it will be a mixture of online and in-person teaching. At the moment, it's more online based. So I'm guessing this will be the case next year as well. At the moment, we welcomed international students. We have students coming from risk areas as well. So if travel restrictions allow it, we would happily welcome international students in the future as well. Yeah. Can I take German language courses along with the major courses to make improvement? Absolutely. There's German intensive classes before the start of the semester, and then during the semester, there's also German courses that you can take, and they're always free of charge. So this is something that I think a lot of international students do actually, alongside their main studies. Okay.
So I will just use the last minute, and maybe we can also answer the question, but I just want to encourage you to contact us. We would be extremely happy to welcome you to, we answer your questions, and apologize if some of the questions have not been answered yet. Please do not hesitate to contact us. And Hamburg would be waiting for you, either as exchange student, bachelor student, master, or for a doctorate, for example. I think it's a nice and very livable region and city, and interesting context, environment for studies and research. And enjoy yourselves. Yeah. Thank you so much for your attention.
Thank you very much.
ありがとうございました。